So Bob and I bought this amazing old house, but it came with a lot of problems. This is all brownstone that we have to get restored. You're not really supposed to paint brownstone, and you can't power wash it because you'll destroy it. So we have to figure out what we're doing with that. We want to keep this door. This front door is amazing. So we'll get that restored. Trying to restore as much as we can. All of our original brickwork. The house was built roughly in 1910 or 1915. And you come in here and we have this amazing vestibule. Now, some things are missing. That transom is stained glass with our address. We're getting that refurbished, restored. We're getting this wood restored, refinished. We're going to get the tile work cleaned up and basically restored. And then we also have a transom here that's getting refurbished. It has to get re-leaded glass, and pieces were broken. We're going to get all that taken care of. And then we also have French doors that go right here that are in the back, and I'll point them out when we get there. But they also have leaded glass that has to be re-leaded because it's crumbling, and it has to be, all the glass has to get fixed. This is our living room. So this room used to have a hallway, or a wall, excuse me. This used to be a hallway right here, and there was a wall right here. And then this was a living room. The living room was 10 by 27. They built down the ceiling, so the ceilings were like less than 8 feet. And we decided to take the wall down because it felt really small in there. It was like my least favorite room when we first bought the house. And since we've taken down the wall, it is now by far my favorite room. So this is our living room. It's pretty grand. We are restoring the steps. We're going to paint the spindles white and the risers. We're going to refinish this parquet floor down here and repair what needs to be repaired. You can see what good shape it was in underneath that wall. And then I don't know if they painted it or what, but we're definitely going to get that taken care of. All the original base boards, wood trim, they were all original in here. I had someone remove them and has stripped a lot of them and painted them. Plantation shutters. We have plantation shutters that we're going to be reinstalling, and the trim around the window, all that's coming back. So as much of the house as we could salvage, we are. We didn't keep any of the original windows because, well, honestly, I didn't know that you could do that. And then when I did realize you could do it, it's very expensive. So it just wasn't in the budget to do that. But trying to keep as much as we can. So this is our living room. Fireplace is closed off, but we're going to get a ventless gas insert. And then over here, we added this. This is an alley actually, but we, instead of having this go out to the alley, we were putting a powder room right here. This will be our powder room. Closet right here, and then this has double French pane, like window pane doors, go right here in this doorway. We took them down. They will get stripped and restained. This is the kitchen and the dining room. So you walk in, the dining room's going to be right here. This duct, we're actually having it removed. I cannot stand it. It takes up so much room, and we can actually run it in the basement, which we're going to do that instead. And I'll show you that when we get down there. So that'll go, this will come out completely, and then this whole run will be in the basement. And then what we'll do is run, the ducts or whatever we need to run up to the, up from the floor up to the ceiling and where they need to go. Okay. So this is dining room. There was a window there, but since that's a powder room, that's closed off. Window here. These are the French doors from the vestibule. The stained glass or the leaded glass has been removed. It's getting refinished. And then back here, this brick stack is also getting removed. We decided, sometimes you make decisions and then, you change things and try to figure all that out because things get very expensive. And this house has definitely been a money pit. But this brick stack is going. So this will actually make this area almost 3 feet longer, making it like, over 30 feet long. And then the kitchen will start here at this, where basically, you know, at this area, but it's going to go all the way back to here now. So it's going to actually come back and start here. And then our oven will come out and then it'll stop like right here. So we're gaining all that space because originally the oven was going to go here. And it's a lot of space. So that'll be our oven, L-shaped kitchen, sink will be in the corner, and then dishwasher, cooktop, beverage, fridge, refrigerator. We'll end it down there. We will have a kitchen island centered right here. It's not going to, actually, we're going to have it run, if we actually drill it on the ground, we're going to have it run this way. Instead of, you know, from one end to the other, we're going to have it run from the middle down. It'll still be 3 feet from the countertop over there. Now, with this house came a lot of problems, unfortunately. We demoed the whole thing, and when we demoed it, we discovered, if you can look, all these new LVL members right here, these all had to be replaced because they were split. I mean, there's a lot. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that we replaced. And then over here, what they did is, with the old ones, they sistered a new LVL member next to it, which is the right thing to do. So that had to happen. And then we also had problems with the joist and the subflooring down here. So all this subflooring is new. We had to have that done. And then it goes back into here. Well, interesting thing is that because we had these joists done, it now becomes a structural thing with L&I in Philadelphia. So they wanted a structural engineer to basically make plans retroactively because they said that we made us change in the structure, which we didn't. But I mean, we do need to make sure that things are done correctly, because the old joists were embedded in the masonry and then these new ones are not, which is kind of not okay. So this wall will now be load bearing to stabilize that. And then over here, there needs to be an LVL member added. They're going to fix that. So that's that. And then back here, you can't see this. You couldn't see this space from the basement. It's a crawl space. So the engineer was unable and will not finish the plans until he was able to see what's going on under here. So I actually had this floor removed and new subflooring put down. And I, assumed everything underneath was okay because I have all new subflooring, not realizing some things that occurred, which I'm going to show you because I don't really know how to proceed. I mean, I don't want to double pay for things, but we already paid to have this room demoed, right? So there's a couple things here. This is veneer. It's only 4 inches thick, and it goes right over to wherever that wood is, right there. That's where the brick is. But that veneer that runs from here all the way down to that cinder block is only 4 inches thick. It is not structurally safe by itself. And if you are going to use it, you have to add wood, like wood, building wood or whatever, and like some kind of connector piece. Like it's this, you have to do that in order to keep it structurally safe. And so we have a couple options with that. We're either going to try to salvage this veneer wall and then add the wood. And that's what I would like to do because I really don't have much more money to dump into this house. I mean, literally we're over $350,000 just in renovations. It doesn't include how much we paid for the house. So that was the plan. But again, we need to see what was underneath the floorboards. And so, this is what I'm confused about. So like if they tore the floors up and they saw this, why wasn't it addressed? I mean, we bought this house in March, right? And we're in September, and this floor was torn up in April. So someone saw it, and if you look, it's not attached to the wall. So whoever was back here, unfortunately, someone that I'm paying, so got to get to the bottom of that. They tore up this floor, the whole floor. Like this is old. They tore it up. And I guess saw the problem and put the floor back down. And then what they did is they took wood and attached it to the cinder block. You see it right there, around here, okay? And then they kind of built a floor. And then this is cut away now, obviously, because we had to rip it up, right? So they built a floor, like almost like a, like a deck or something on top of a floor that really wasn't correct at all. Big problem. So now this gets into the foundation, and we have a couple options. I don't know which one we're going to do yet because, again, money, and I just, it doesn't grow on trees, right? If it did, we'd all be in good shape. But we can replace the footers. There's actually no foundation here whatsoever. So we can install footers, which is astronomical. If you know anything about structural is the worst thing that you want to find an issue in a house that you buy. Or we can do sonotubes and place them here. If we salvage this veneer, sonotubes, and then, place a foundation that way. This whole back area needs all new joists everywhere. Fortunately, these are sitting on brick, so we're good there. But so that's one option that we're looking at. I don't want to pay twice for things because we actually paid for this room to get demoed already. And I'm kind of shocked about this. I mean, I'm just thinking our plan is to build an addition on top of this room. And had we not had to tear this up, imagine building an addition on top of a foundation that wasn't done right. And not only that, but not attached to the wall. And you put one of your kids in there and your house collapses. So that's really upsetting to me. Or, what if we didn't put an addition, but because this wood is attached to that cinder block, somehow, some way, something happens and it just, caves in on itself and hurts somebody in the hand. Like, I don't know. I don't understand what they were doing, why they would do something like that. I mean, it is expensive. It needs to be done, but it would have been a lot. It would have been a better to know this months and months ago. So that's really frustrating. So that's the first floor that we're dealing with. And this is a major setback.